Welcome, everybody. Hi, good morning, good evening. How's it going? I feel like it's been a little while since I showed up here. I was kind of working on having a momentum to show up, and I went on a little adventure to Montreal City. And since coming back, well, I've just been back for a day, so I actually took a drive to the city of Ottawa yesterday. Guided by inspiration, just I wanted to go for a little adventure. And it was a bit of an interesting experience. It was kind of strange. I find it very strange to be going to a place where there's a lot of people together, but everybody is very, very isolated in their world, especially with the masks on. It creates a very isolating feeling, I feel, and it's kind of strange. And I went with I can't say quite the intention, but maybe like a hope to connect with some people, and it wasn't exactly I mean, I didn't have really like set expectations, or I was consciously releasing them. But anyway, it was nice to just walk in the city and at least observe what's going on around. And I mean, observing human behavior is definitely one of my favorite things to do. Um, so I gave myself that experience, and I'm showing up again today because, well, I it was my practice to do it with the podcast. And also when I was in Montreal this weekend, I mentioned to my friend that and this thought of not wanting to put family and friends through my psychological drama. Like, whatever I make up in my mind, I felt like, oh my God, I don't want my family and friends wasting their time listening to what I'm saying. That's what I was thinking. And then this morning she said that there was some value in it. So it's like I'm doing it for me because it's my reminder that I'm allowed to take space and I'm allowed to express my voice in this world that we create ourselves. And I guess I'm just going to, as usual, stay in the behind the scenes of just doing it with love all the time. And if I pour my heart into it and I'm not trying to be anything, well, I guess it can't be wrong because it's just an expression of what I am, and that's what I have. So here we are again, just reaffirming the things that I know, but that I will start doubting when my mind gets in the way. And that this morning, and a lot of the time, it really gets me into thinking about the relation between our minds, body, and soul, and how we learn to make those work together. I remember hearing about the mind, body, and the soul, and I mean, it's popular. We've been talking about this trilogy for since the beginning of times. I mean, enlightened beings talk about it, and it's even more present now, I feel, because um I know I'm not the only one feeling this, that the body is awakening, is being more clear with what is felt than ever before, at least in my experience in this lifetime. I don't recall my body being so like clear about, yes, I like this, no, I don't like this, and guiding me this way. So that's really useful. Um, but my mind will still sometimes get in the way, and especially when it comes to maybe we have like um habits, and when we have habits, well, our mind is so used to them, and our bodies crave those. So it requires some work to repattern our minds so that the automatic response for the body is what is going to be most conducive to our health, well-being, and that takes time and practice, because to create new habits literally requires repetition, repetition again and again until it's a new habit. But if we're going to talk about habits, I remember Sadhguru saying once how as soon as you live from a place of habituation, like it's something that's been pre-programmed, you are living unconsciously, because it's already a reenactment of something that has already been encoded within you. So to have for a default habits, whether they're positive or not, is kind of an unconscious way of living. But I see a lot of value in implementing positive habits so that we don't have to think about certain aspects of our lives, maybe, if we want to be focused on other things. Ultimately, though, I see how when Sadhguru said that, there would be a lot of value in just living consciously through everything we do. So if I'm used to drinking coffee in the morning every morning, it requires some conscious attention to actually look at this cup and actually pay attention to the experience and how I feel about it, as opposed to just chugging coffee because I do it every morning. It's just a question of presence, I suppose. Like, how present are we with the current experience, as opposed to recreating something that we are used to. Yeah, so this morning I'm giving myself permission again to show up, and I made a few changes in this room that I'm staying in. So it's nice. It's an improvement for me because it makes more sense to me. It makes more sense to me because more of the things are representations of how I feel inside or what I enjoy, what I appreciate. It's funny, I noticed that when I enter a space, if I feel no sense of attachment to the space, like it's not mine or it's somebody else's or it's a public space, automatically it is absolutely perfect. There's nothing I would change about it. Everything, the way that it's placed, is absolutely perfect. But when it comes to what I notice is that if I start feeling like the place is mine and I identify with it, so I feel like it's an extension of me, now there comes a responsibility out of me, a responsibility in the pure sense of the word, which is an ability to respond. And I mean, okay, so wow, okay. When it comes to responsibility and our ability to respond, okay, Sadhguru talked once about the ultimate freedom is related to our responsibility. And I remember when he talked about that, I was a bit confused. I wasn't sure what that meant. Um, And now I get it. I get it. Because there's a big difference between being reactive and responsive. We are reactive when our actions and our words are direct consequences of something that happened prior. We are responsible, that's the way I understand it at least. We are responsible when we perhaps take time to pause and respond in a way that considers many things, not just as a cause and effect kind of relationship. Responsibility is more anchored in self, as opposed to reactivity is more like a chemical reaction, it just like it can blow up. So I remember Sadhguru saying that the ultimate freedom is actually taking responsibility, or it's not taking it because it's not something you have, it's something that you are. So being responsible for everything. Like, imagine being responsible for everything, for yourself, your body, your thoughts, your feelings. So that means that we can no longer say, oh, that person made me angry. No, I am angry because I have stuff to deal with inside myself. Or any time that we blame external factors, it's kind of giving away our responsibility, and that would be synonymous of giving away our freedom, because if we're not responsible for something, we are literally taking away our power to respond. And this is something we see a lot in our society today. We see it a lot in, for example, I'm not going to talk about it much, but politics. We can see how a lot of humans give away their power to somebody who is deemed more responsible than them. And that is like giving away our freedom because we let somebody else make choices for us. I don't think that our freedom has to clash with anybody else's freedom. I just see how being responsible for everything is linked with our freedom, because it's free will. Free will comes into play, and we get to choose what we wish to create for ourselves, and we are reclaiming our power, because it's not for somebody else to create what we desire. It's not for somebody else to make our dreams come true. If I want to show up to the world in a particular manner, I can't wait for somebody to tell me what to do, how to do it, and to do it for me. It's kind of like that thing, you can bring the horse to the water, but you can't make it drink. I don't know if it's actually related, but I thought of it. So I guess it's a little bit like that. We all have to be responsible for ourselves. So this whole thing is to say that I took responsibility for the space I'm staying in right now. And I decided that since I'm going to stay here, I'm going to make it the way that makes me feel better. And it's been a big improvement. So since getting here like 4 months ago, I don't think I was even sitting on a chair at any point. I've recorded and co-hosted podcasts, and I've been doing them from random places all the time, always different areas. I recorded on top of a freezer at some point. I've recorded sitting in other people's room on the floor. And so now I have a chair, and I have a pillow that I can sit on, and it's pretty comfortable. I ordered these posters that I just like went and found pictures on Google and got that sent here. Then you can see the little Buddha, the laughing Buddha, and the other type of wooden Buddha, and they're different, but I guess they're just two Buddhas. um, the mirror on top of it is not mine. I am gonna be honest. I don't resonate with it. I'm gonna be honest. It's just like, sorry, mom. Um, it's just not my vibe. But it's there for now. Um, and next to it, I found this golden frame in a antique shop this weekend that I really like. It's like carved wood with golden paint on it, and in the middle of it is another type of little Buddha. So this is definitely like a themed little area. Um, but I just loved how devotional their eyes looked, and I thought it was beautiful. Next to it is a candle holder with a little angel that I also found in the antique store. I really like it. It has no candle in it yet, but I really appreciate it. And then the lamp next to it again is not exactly my vibe. Maybe it's just because I didn't pick it. It was here when I got here. There's one thing I really like about it is that to turn it on, you have to turn a little switch that is like a key. So you turn this key to turn it on, and I like that. But um, since it's not exactly my vibe because I didn't choose it. I feel like it doesn't. I don't identify with it, and I know that a lot of my work in this lifetime has to do with um creating a distance from my sense of identity. I mean, it definitely creates a lot of spaciousness for unspeakable things to arise. It's like too beautiful to speak of. Um, Although I obviously I enjoy the game of trying to put things into words, but since I'm taking responsibility for this place, I'm going to create something that I feel is an expression of me. So we've got a poster of Krishna, Einstein, and Alice in Wonderland. Perfect mix. And yeah, like little things around that are starting to feel a lot better. And on my desk, well, I really love that I got this mug like a week or two ago that I still love with the angel, and that hand that I got as well in a garage sale. This is my metaphorical hand that is an invitation to receive, saying that I receive whatever it is, the gifts, the gifts of this universe. um, and in front of me, I have Nikola Tesla with the poster I created. I think I showed it last time. It says it's a vibe, and my little painting that I did. So yeah, I'm definitely just it feels better. It feels better for me because now I don't have to be sitting in the garage when it's getting cold. It's almost like yesterday it was like 4 degrees Celsius, so we're close to freezing point. And it's really nice to be able to sit on a comfortable chair and feel like I don't have to feeling calmer. Honestly, I'm feeling calmer because um my nervous system is so connected to how my body feels, and I have been like in my body, I've been feeling cold and um like energetically activated for a while. And I realized that creating a safe space for myself, it really helps me just feel calmer, feeling at peace. So I just need this space that I'm taking responsibility for being like my safe haven. It's like my little vortex where I can create whatever I want. And if you recall how frequencies, like everything holds a frequency, every thought I emit holds a frequency, has a particular wavelength. If I'm thinking something like reflecting on freedom and not coming from a place of lack, just really um, holding thoughts and feelings that are of a higher vibration, relating, for example, to harmony, peace, gratitude. it, all of those, they hold a frequency. So just the same, every object in this room has a frequency as well, all of them. And it comes from where the object came from, like who owned it before, what was the process of the object to get here. and and let's say that that wasn't maybe the most positive, or instead of positive and negative, maybe highest frequency. Let's say it was like a product was made in an industry, and it was handled in a way that wasn't infused with love. I can still change it through my um, attention and intention. So it's something that it's kind of like the art of Reiki healing and all those energetic practices or energy healing. They're all synonyms. And I mean, I've mentioned this before, but science and spirituality is really one and the same. So just like when I drink this coffee, I can put my attention on it, looking at it and being focused on it. And with my intention, what am I doing with my attention? I can actually infuse it with gratitude, with love, and set intentions to clear it from all lower frequencies. And that way, this is what I'm consuming, and it makes me feel better. So we can do that with all the objects around us. And in that sense, I'm creating something that makes me feel really good, and it's also it makes me feel more inclined to show up because I'm not in a rush to put an end to whatever I was saying because I'm uncomfortable for some reason with things around me. So that's a little food for thought on the power of responsibility that we get to embody in order to exercise our freedom. I really love that I get to just sit here and have in front of me the things that like they create comfort for me. I have essential oils, books that I appreciate. Um, this mug with the little plate, the golden plate that comes with it. Pretty much loving all the things around me is so important because this is my world. This is the little world I exist in right now. So I want to be in love with everything around me. And I feel like a lot of my work is also to um, just be in love with everything as is, not wanting to change things. So it's maybe that's kind of a dance between creating what it is that brings joy to us and also giving thanks for everything as it is right now. And I had an image come to me when I was, again, driving my motorbike in Thailand. So many ideas come to mind at that time. And it was relating to that. It was relating to, okay, I have a desire for something, but this is not where I'm at right now. So how do I make peace with that? Because for as long as I've recognized that I have a desire and I come from a place of lack, I am creating resistance to it. If I say, I wish for this, I wish for this to happen, I really want this thing, I really, really want this thing, I want it so bad, I keep saying that I don't have it. So what I did instead, and it was really, really powerful. I remember feeling into it. And when I was practicing that thing that I'm about to share, I would literally feel a vortex in my body, and it was I was just bringing that vortex everywhere I went. I could feel it. And what that trick was is that I started perceiving this present moment right now as it is, this moment as the bridge to all the places I want to be. And it really is. And when you let that sink in, it's so powerful. It's the realization that, okay, I have desires, there are things I wish for, but there is no way for me to get there if I skip this moment. Life is a process, things are always changing, and we are learning to surrender to the change and create consciously. There's a funny game going on here. And when it comes to releasing the resistance with our desires so that we don't come from a place of lack, it was a game changer for me to realize that this present moment is the ultimate bridge to all the places I wish to be. There is no other way but through the now. Hmm. So, um, I guess those are just ideas relating to the power of responsibility that we have when it comes to creating a lifestyle and space and um, a feeling for ourselves that make us feel good and that feels aligned with our true heart's desires, because they're different from what our minds sometimes tell us that we desire. And yeah, I again, I'm giving myself permission to express. So thanks to that friend, thanks Jody for reminding me that it's not just psychological drama, because I literally was thinking, oh my God, with this podcast, I don't want to just be exposing my own um yeah, the drama I make up inside my mind, drama in the sense of stories and ideas, and I didn't want it to be a burden in any way, because if some people happen to care about um maybe if somebody cares for me as a person, they would feel like they have to listen to what I'm saying. And I didn't want that to weigh on anybody. But again, I remind myself that everybody has the power to choose for themselves. And if you're listening to this, I suppose it's because you want to. And I am so honored that you chose to. And I hope that it made you reflect on anything that has a positive impact for you. Um, but no matter what, it can also act as a reminder, I guess, that we all share similar experiences and we're all just reflections of each other. And anyway, I honor your choice, whatever it is, and I send you so much love. I thank you for being here. And I will talk to you soon. I'll definitely see you soon. Thank you so much for just for being here. Your existence and your presence has purpose. Sometimes we forget, and sometimes we search and we ask ourselves, why am I here? What am I supposed to do? Our very presence has purpose. It's not about what we do, it's about how we be. And it's a lot simpler than we make it to be. So maybe we can just share a smile and remind ourselves that everything is absolutely perfect right now. And you are perfect as you are. And that all our dreams are safely kept in our hearts, and that everything that is meant for us will come to us in perfect divine timing. So, in the meantime, I guess we only have one job, and it's to make our existence as much fun as possible. Um, I don't know, that's what I want. um, yeah, sending you so much love. Thank you for listening, for being here. Until next time, stay dope.